Alright, so the first question that we have is 3 times 5x minus 2 equals 9. And I'm going to draw a line down the middle so that we can stay organized. Step 1 again, of course, is to simplify each side of the expression. Step number 2 is to move all terms with x to one side and all terms without x to the other. And step 3 is to isolate the variable using multiplication or division. Our first step is to simplify the expression. The left side can be simplified by distributing. That is 15x minus 3 times 2 is 6 equals 9. Both sides are now simplified. We are done with step 1. We're on to step 2. We're going to isolate the term with the variable, which is this one, on one side by getting rid of this minus 6. And we get rid of that minus 6 by plus 6 to both sides. When we do that, these parts cancel out. We get 15x equals 15. Finally, we need to isolate the variable, step 3. And we're going to divide by 15 both sides. And get that x equals 1. So 15 divided by 15 is 1. Let's check our work. We're going to do 1 whenever we see of x, so we get 3 times 5 times 1 minus 2 will hopefully equal 9. 3, 5 minus 2 equals 9. 3, 5 minus 2 is 3, so 3 times 3 equals 9. 9 does in fact equal 9, so we therefore did it correctly. Let's take a look at this next one. Step 1 is to simplify both sides. The right hand side is fully simplified, the left hand side is not. We can distribute. This becomes negative 27x plus negative 18, which equals negative 81. Both sides are completely simplified. We're on to step 2 to isolate this term right here on one side because that is a term with x in it. That's the only term. That means we need to get rid of this one, this negative 18. By plus 18, then we're going to add 18 to both sides. Negative 27x plus 18 is going to be 63. Negative 63. After that, we are on to step 3 because we have all terms of x on one side, all terms without x on the other. We're going to divide both sides by negative 27. Divide both sides by negative 27. X equals 9 goes into both of them. We're going to have the negative divided by negative, which is a positive, which is 7 thirds. Our answer is going to be x equals 7 thirds. So let's do the check. We're going to plug in 7 thirds wherever we see an x, and hopefully that will get us negative 81. Here we got negative 9 cross cancel because this is over 1, which makes us 7 over 1, which is 7 plus 2, negative 81. 7 plus 2 is 9, so we got negative 9 times 9 equals negative 81, and negative 81 equals negative 81. So this is the next problem. Draw a line again down the middle. Step 1 is to simplify both sides, so we're going to distribute. On the right hand side, when we do that, this becomes 9 divided by 3. This is all over 1, all over 1. 9 over 3x, so that's going to be 3x. 15 divided by 3 is 5, so we get 5 equals 27. We are done, simplified both sides. Then we're going to subtract 5 from both sides to isolate this on one side because this is the only term with x in it. Minus 5 minus 5. Get 3x equals 22. When we get 3x equals 22, we're done with step 2. Step 3 is to isolate the x by dividing by 3. Divide by 3, we get x equals 22 over 3. So we have 1/3 times 9 times 22 over 3 plus 15, which equals 27. Put this over 1, cross cross cancel, we get 3. This is 1, so we get 1/3. Multiply these two, we get 3 times 22, which is 66, plus 15 is 27. 1/3 times 66 plus 15 is 81. There's hopefully 27. And when we do the multiplication, we can cross cancel. 3 goes into 81 27 times. So we do in fact get 27 equals 27. This next problem, again, we need to simplify both sides of the equation. The left-hand side is the side that needs simplifying. So we get 5x, we distribute, we get negative 6x minus 10 equals 9. We can combine like terms, we get negative 1x minus 10 equals 9. Excuse me, that's all step 1, but should have been done in blue. So, once we have done that, both sides are fully simplified. We are going to step number 2. We need to isolate this term by itself. We're going to add 10. Add 10. We get negative 1x equals 19. Divide both sides by negative 1 for step 3. Negative 1 divided by negative 1. These parts cancel out. X equals negative 19. We're going to replace x with negative 19 wherever we see it. So we got 5 times negative 19 minus 2. 3 times negative 19 plus 5 equals 9. We're first going to do the multiplication inside the parentheses. So we get 5 times negative 19 minus 2. We get negative 57 plus 5 equals 9. 3 times negative 19 is negative 57. Our next step is to add these two together. So we get 5 times negative 19 minus 2. Negative 57 plus 5 is negative 52, which equals 9. Then we're going to do multiplication. So 5 times negative 19 is negative 95 minus, I'm going to change this to plus minus, plus negative 2 times negative 52 is 104. Hopefully it will be 9. Negative 95 plus 104 is in fact 9. 9 equals 9. Okay. The next one. Here we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do the clearing out of the fractions. So we're going to take the the least common multiple of the 3 denominators, which in this case is 30. We're going to multiply each one of those fractions by 30. So we get 2/3 x times 30 over 1 plus 9/10 times 30 over 1, all the line, equals 5/6 times 30 over 1. This is going to be canceling out, so we got, goes in once, 3 goes in 3 once, 3 goes into 30 10 times. Here this is 1, this becomes a 3, this becomes a 1, this becomes a 5. So what we have is 2 times 10x, so we get 20x. 9 plus, times 3, which is 27, plus 27. 5 times 5, which is 25. From here, we have done step 1. We didn't need to do any step 1s because it's already simplified. So we subtract 27 from both sides. Which gets us, once these cancel out, 20 equals negative 2. We're done with step 2. Step 3. Isolate, 20x. Isolate the x, divide by 20, divide by 20, x equals negative 1/10 once fully simplified with the fraction, because negative 2/20 is the same thing as negative 1/10. So, we're going to replace that with negative 1/10. plus 9/10 will hopefully get us 5/6. We can in fact cross cancel right here. 5 and 1, so this is negative 1/15 plus 9/10 will hopefully get us 5/6. We're going to have to add these two together, which means our common denominator is going to be 30, which means we're going to get negative 2 over 30 plus 27 over 30 will hopefully equal 5/6. Negative 27 plus negative 2, or 27 plus negative 2 is 25 over 30. Hopefully that's 5/6. And in fact, when we divide both the numerator and denominator by 5, we find out that 5/6 does in fact equal 5/6. Okay? The next one. Here we're going to, again, clear out the denominator by multiplying, in this case, 2, 5, and 4. The least common multiple of those is 20, so we're going to multiply each one of those fractions by 20, so we get 5 over 2x times 20 over 1 minus 4 over 5 times 20 over 1 equals 3/4 times 20 over 1. Cross cancel 1, 10. 1, 5 goes in 24 times, 1, this becomes a 5. When we do that, we clear out the denominator, so we get 5 times 10, which is 50, so we get 50x minus 16 equals 15. We don't need to do anything with step 1, so we're just going to add 16 to both sides. When we add 16 to both sides, we get 50x equals 31. We're done with step 2, on to step 3. Isolate, divide by 50. Divide by 50. X equals 31 over 50. So let's check it. We're going to do 5 over 2 times 31 over 50 minus 4/5 will hopefully get us 3/4. Cross cancel, this becomes a 10, this is a 1, so we get 31 over 20 minus 4/5. Hopefully get us 3/4. We're going to have to multiply this 5 by 4 in order to get common denominator in order to subtract. 31 over 20 minus 16 over 20 equals 3/4, hopefully. 31 minus 16 is 15 over 20, which in fact, when we simplify this, because 5 goes into both of them, we find that 3/4 equals 3/4. The next one, our least common multiple of 2, 6, and 12, which is our denominators, is 12. So I'm going to multiply each one of these fractions by 12. Negative 3/2 x times 12 over 1 plus 5, 6 times 12 over 1 equals negative 1/12 times 12 over 1. Again, we're going to cross cancel, so this is a 1, this turns into a 6, 1 turns into a 2, 1 and 1. So this is going to be negative 3 times 6, which is negative 18x, plus 5 times 2, which is 10, which equals, these all cross cancel out, so we get negative 1. We are done with that. That was actually still simplifying it. Part 2, subtract 10 from both sides. We get negative 18x equals negative 11. Divide both sides by negative 18. We get x equals 11/18. So let's try that out. We got negative 3 over 2 times, our answer was 11/18. 11/18 plus 5/6 will hopefully get us negative 1/12. cross cancel, get 6 and 1 because 3 goes into both of those. We get negative 11 twelfths plus 5 sixths equals negative 1 twelfth. We're going to have to multiply this by 2 to get common denominator 12, so we get negative 11 twelfths plus 10 twelfths equals negative 1 twelfth. And finally, negative 11 twelfths plus 10 twelfths gets us negative 1 twelfth, which equals negative 1 twelfth. We did it correctly. Our next problem. Here, our common denominator is going to be 24 because that is, these common multiple of 8, 24, and 3 is 24. So we have negative 3/8 x, we're multiplying by 24 over 1, minus 5 24ths times 24 over 1 equals 1/3 times 24 over 1. We're going to cross cancel. 1, 3, because 8 goes into both of those. This is 1, 1, because 24 goes into both of those. 3 goes into both of these. And we get negative 9x minus 5 equals 1 times 8 is 8. We're on to step 2. Add 5 to both sides. We get negative 9x equals 13. On to step 3, we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient, which is negative 9. We get our answer as x equals 13 ninths with a negative in front of it. Let's check it. We do negative 3/8 times negative 9 thirteenths, 13 ninths, excuse me. 13 ninths minus 5 24ths equals 1/3, hopefully. We can cross cancel. This is going to be a positive answer because negative times a negative is a positive. So this cross cancel. We get 1 times 13, which is 13, over 8 times 3, 24, minus 5 24ths equals 1/3. When we do that, we get 13 minus 5, which is 8 24ths. Hopefully that's 1/3, and 8 goes into both the numerator and the denominator. 8 divided by 8 is 1, 24 divided by 8 is 3, so 1/3 equals 1/3. Check. Our next one. Here, we do have a step 1 because we need to distribute. So when we distribute this part to right here and this part to right here, we get negative 3/8 x, that's in blue, negative 3/8 x, and then again we're going to distribute plus, this part can cancel out with this part, 2 and 1, we get 1/6 equals 5/8. Our multiple of 6 and 8 is 24, so we're going to multiply each one of those by 24. We get negative 3/8 x times 24 over 1 plus 1/6 times 24 over 1, which equals 5/8 times 24 over 1. And we do my favorite thing in the world, cross cancel. This goes in to 24 3 times. This goes into 24 4 times. This again goes in 3 times. So, we multiply across, we get negative 3 times 3, which is negative 9x, plus 1 times 4 is 4, equals 5 times 3 is 15. That in mind, we now are on to step 2. Subtract 4 from both sides to isolate this term. We get negative 9x equals 11. From there, we're going to divide both sides by negative 9. X equals 11 ninths with a negative in front. Let's try it out. We got negative 1/4 times 3 over 2 times negative 11 ninths minus 2/3. will hopefully get us 5/8. From here, we cross cancel, 3 over 1. So therefore we get negative 1/4, multiply those parts together. We get negative 11/6 minus 2/3 equals 5/8. We're going to have to combine these two. And in order to do that, we need to get this into a common denominator with this, which means we're going to multiply this by 2 over 2. We get negative 1/4 times negative 11/6 minus 4/6 equals 5/8, hopefully. Negative 11 minus 4 is negative 15. Negative 1/4. Negative 15/6. 5/8. Multiply it across, we get positive now, because negative times negative is positive, 15/24. Hopefully that's 5/8. And 3 goes to both 15 and 24. 5/8 equals 5/8. And check. Okay. Our next one, again, we need to simplify this. So we're going to distribute. When we distribute, we get negative 20 over 18 x. I'm going to distribute this again, excuse me, that will all be done in blue, because this is step 1. Negative 20 over 6, or 18x minus, plus, because negative times a negative. This is 8 over 3 equals negative 8/9. This can simplify to negative 10 over 9x plus 8/3 equals negative 8 over 9. Our least common multiple between 9 and 3 is 9, so we're going to multiply each one of these fractions by 9 times 9 over 1x. Times 9 over 1 plus 8/3 times 9 over 1 equals negative 8/9 times 9 over 1. This cross cancels, this cross cancels, this goes to 3, and this cross cancels. So therefore we get negative 10x plus 3 times 8 is 24, and those crossed out, so we get negative 8. 1 from 2. Minus 24 from both sides. We get negative 10x equals negative 32. Divide both sides in step 3 by negative 10. When we do that, we get x equals positive, because negative 32 divided by 10 is positive. 32 over 10, which simplifies to x equals 16 over 5. 16 over 5, let's plug it in and check. Negative 4/3 times 5, 6 times 16 over 5 minus 2 will hopefully get us negative 8/9. We're going to do the multiplication inside the parentheses first. Cross cancel. 3 and 8, so we get negative 4/3 times 8 over 3 minus 2 equals hopefully negative 8/9. This is going to be put over 1, so that means it's going to be 6 over 2. So negative 4/3, 8/3 minus 6 over 3 equals negative 8/9. Negative 4/3 times 2/3 equals hopefully negative 8/9. Excuse me, 8/9. And finally, we multiply across, which gets us our magical negative 8/9 equals negative